My name is Mitchell. When I was at UCS, I studied to begin with the computing degree, which is computing and digital technologies, for 3 years, and then I also carried on afterwards and I did the PGCE, so the postgraduate certificate in education, also at UCS. So I now work at the college and kind of UCS as well, so I do a little bit of time teaching on the degree. So I teach computing, which is what I trained to do in both my degree and then the PGCE. So I needed both of those things, which then led me into what I'm doing now. My time at UCS was very good, made lots of friends. I'll speak about the computing first. So on the degree, 3 years, doing lots of different lessons, so lots of different areas of computing, which covered anything that you'd almost want to go in job-wise. So I did a bit of software development, did a bit of data analysis, networking, so then whichever sort of side or pathway through computing you might want, you could then go into. And then I said no to all of that and I went into teaching instead. I then did my PGCE afterwards, which was great. The teaching, again, fantastic. The facilities are really great too. Everything that you might need is here. I did my placement here whilst I was doing my PGCE and everyone was really welcoming, inviting. It was just a really nurturing experience which made me want to be a teacher, and then here I am today, so it's good. My biggest highlight is probably a mixture of the people in general, so whether that is the students I worked alongside with, some of which I'm still friends with now, years down the line, and then also the teachers who I now still speak to, but in a teacher way, so we're colleagues now, which is nice. So those relationships that I formed on the course have then carried me through to friendships and working relationships as well, which is really nice. And everyone was very friendly, and it just makes it really welcoming, makes you feel like you're a bit of a community, and then yeah, it just makes the whole experience a lot nicer. I wouldn't be teaching now if it wasn't for the people that taught me when I was doing the degree. The teachers themselves are really great. And then when a job role came out to become a part-time teacher, I then wasn't sure about it, spoke to one of my teachers that was currently teaching me at the time, and then they said, it's a great idea, you should just give it a go. So that's what I did, and then 3 years later, I'm still doing it. So I think it was a good choice for me to do that. So without that sort of support and that help, and almost inspiration from the teachers there, I don't think I would have come into the job and then found a job that I do enjoy. And I get to do it every day now, so it's great. So day to day, for the most part, is obviously teaching lessons, for the majority in further education. So for college students, I teach mainly computing, both for a mixture of practical lessons and theory lessons. So I spend most of my time at the front of the classroom, trying to be as inspirational as possible, like my teachers were to me, to get them interested and want to do that. But I also teach a little bit of my week, it's slowly being introduced on the degree that I did, which is quite cool. So it's a bit of a full circle moment. I teach on that too, do 2 modules in programming, which is nice because it pushes me a bit more, allows me to develop further, and hopefully that's something I can keep going in the future. This is definitely not something I thought about until I spent time at UCS. Wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do in the future. I just knew I liked computing, so I was going down that path first. I don't think people necessarily always know exactly what they want to do in life, so I knew that was a pathway that I enjoyed, so I went down it to then try and just open some doorways, which it did. And then it happened that in my final year on the degree, the job role came up for being a part-time teacher. Obviously, my colleague wanted me to do it, so I gave it a go and I was interested in it, and then I sort of just fell into it, enjoyed it since, and kept going. And yeah, I don't regret it at all. What I love most about the job, definitely the interactions with the students. It makes every day enjoyable, every day is different, all the students are different. I teach a range of different classes, so it really keeps it engaging. There's a variety of different things that I teach, a variety of different students I teach. It always keeps me on my toes, every day is a little bit different. And that's definitely something I like about the job, rather than doing the same thing every day. I think becomes a little bit mundane. So yeah, just give it a go really. But obviously we do lots of different get into teaching events if you are interested in that. I think it's one of those careers that you need to almost try it before you buy it sort of thing. So just go and give it a go, see if you enjoy it, and then you can then just keep going from there. No matter what you're interested in, I'd find some sort of pathway you enjoy, go down that pathway, and then doors will open and you can find whatever's right for you from there.